bands are no different than dumbbells or other weights when it comes to having to challenge your body to go with heavier resistance. Yeah, if we continue to work with the same resistance all the time, our body's going to go ahead and adapt and then not make the changes we're looking for. So every now and then I like to go ahead and I like to load up with bigger bands. I'm sure you do as well, but there are specific exercises that work best when you start loading up with big bands that I want to take you through. The other thing is there are some special ways to get into the band. When the band is a little bit heavier and you got to go ahead and really load your system, getting into the band can be a little bit tough if it's really heavy. So I want to show you some subtle changes that you can do when it comes to that. Let's go ahead and get into some free band, big band exercise training. First of all, we're going to go with front squats. Now, a lot of times what you'll see me do is you'll see me pull the band, hook it up to my shoulders. Well, when I'm working with a big band, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and I'm going to lock it onto my foot. I'm going to hook it up onto my shoulders first. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, step in it, and I'm going to come on up. That just makes it a little bit easier to go ahead and do those heavy front squat exercises. Make sure the band is sitting up on top of your shoulders when you're doing that, and get it flat. Don't let it turn or curl up. It'll start irritating your shoulders. I like to combine that exercise up with incline presses. Once again, I'm going to get into this position. I'm going to load it up to my shoulders here first. Then I'm going to go ahead and lock it out, and then I'm going to set my front foot where I need it. And then I'm going to go incline band presses. Remember, as I come down, I'm pulling the band apart. As I come up, I'm letting it come together. Pull apart, back together. Pull apart, back together. Incline presses. None of these exercises are you going to do for high reps. In most cases, you're looking at low reps. Now you can keep your body under tension for 45 seconds to a minute if you want, or you can go ahead, try to get 5 to 6 reps in about a 30-second or 20-second period, keeping your body under tension. Let's go to the next two exercises. I like to go down and go to seated rows. Now I know I'm sitting down, but seated rows, I can get good stability and I can really work at getting a great pull. Now, you want more tension? Sneak your second foot in there, get them both locked in, and now you're working pulls. More tension, slide your hands through the big band, grip it. Now all the pressure is on your wrist, and you can really accentuate getting big pulls using the green band. From there, we're going to go into doing some kneeling tricep. Now, overhead tricep can be kind of tough to do. So what we want to do to get into it is we want to sneak back. Notice I step back into it that way. I don't step through it. Now I'm going to grab a hold of the band and I'm going to pop it up. Now, overhead tricep presses with the big green band. Now for some of you, you're going to say, well, I can do that, Dave. That's not a problem. Great. Then what you do is you stand on it. Put that foot out there. Go down, load, and then get it back over your head. Now go ahead and knock out heavy duty overhead green band tricep presses. Whew. Now, let's go ahead, keep rolling. Straight leg deadlifts. Love them, especially with the green band. Stand on it, hook it up. Specifically, lock your hands through the band. So when you come on up, you're right there. Now, it's a straight leg. So you gotta have tension on the band that pulls you down, and you're coming up. You're only stretching the band about a foot, and you're loading those butt muscles, getting those hamstrings big time activated, squeezing up. Make sure when you get to the top, it's a big squeeze. You can also go to just straight deadlifts, where you're just going to bring it up and drive out. Deadlifts. Just make sure when you come up, you really lock those shoulder blades in tight. I like to combine that exercise up with a real toughie, but man, it gets your shoulder blades incredibly activated. pull aparts with a green band. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put my hands about 18 inches apart. The band is around my back so it doesn't get in the way. I'm going to stagger myself and I'm going here. And what I'm going to do is push with the outsides of my palms to lock out and hold. So you notice I'm not gripping the band. The band is pushing against my thenar eminence of my hand. Here, bang. Because the pressure is against that thenar eminence, that is a neuromuscular trigger right to my shoulder blades. So immediately, shoulder blades engage. Let me show you that one more time so you get into it. Put the band so it's against the thenar eminence of your hand. Thenar eminence, notice it's against that palm, right against the side palm of my hand. I'm going to stagger my feet. That's a good place to start. And then it's push out with your hands. I'm not gripping it and pulling it apart. I'm pushing out. And I'm really trying to lock my shoulder blades in tight. Alright, excellent pull apart exercise. Let's finish with the last two. Actually, it's the last one. We're just going to switch sides. We're going split squats. If you want to make them reverse lunges, I'll show you both of them. But to get into it is the key. Lower yourself down. Get your foot on the band. Put it up onto your shoulders first. Lock it on top of the shoulders. Start there. Get it away from your throat by reaching around. Pull it there. Now stand up. There. Now you're in. Now you're going to go ahead. Split squats or reverse lunges. Either one. Now when you get into it or transition, just go ahead like we always do. Drop your elbows, step in, step out. Don't let it come off your shoulders. It takes too much work to get it up there. Leave it up there. As long as it's sitting back on your shoulder far enough, you'll be able to let it sit up there the whole time. If you have bother with this band rubbing on your skin, wear a short sleeve shirt, cover it, so you're good to go. There you go. Some big band, free band training for you to try out.